welcome back to the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. Today, we're talking about Terminus Island. So, we're going to assume at this point you have beat Stage 8 of a special recruitment to unlock this. If not, that is what you will need to go do to get to this piece of content first. We've already talked about this in other guides, so there are special recruitment guides out there on not only the challenge aspect of it, but actually what to go farm, how to farm, and we've also been talking to you about the team comps and what is all needed to get you started on that. And just as a quick TLDR, if you haven't done this yet and you're watching this content before you have done challenge for the special recruitment, all you have to do is take your normal grind team in, and chances are you can go beat Stage 8 of one of those bosses with your current main farming team that you've been using to get through. If you do not have the Chimera team already set up or the Glyces team already set up, you will be able to go through that pretty easily with what you have on your account. So, if not, with just a little bit of work and a couple days time, you'll be there at no problem. So, you've unlocked Stage 8, and now it's time to check out what Terminus Island has. Now, there will be a tutorial given to you in-game, but let's be real, you came here to listen to me and probably skipped the tutorial on that. So let's go ahead and hop over to my game, and we're going to see that down over there is Terminus Island. Now, this is a daily content, and we need to put a disclaimer in before we jump into this, is we want to show you that I have spent money on this. I have the $2.99 pack. All right. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and queued one up, and then we're going to walk you through an entire one. So you're going to kind of get to see the claim, the reward part, and then I'm going to walk you through all the cool stuff. So let's take a look at this. So all of these are ready to be claimed. This is what it looks like inside of this. You have that I am on, let me move my mug out of the way real quick. You see down here is the Stage 9. Yours will start on Stage 1. These will incrementally take longer to clear, and there will be more bosses and more things to get as you progress through it. So you can see that I've already beat one of the bosses here. There's one that we're getting to, and then this is the end reward here. So you, at the final stage of clearing one of these, you're going to get some Proof of Destiny, some Token of Connection, the Effectium, which is where you're using to craft that special piece of gear once a month, and a couple recruitment tickets that are the non-pity variation. Continuing on across here, we have the Precise Exploration, which will decrease your time, the Base Artillery Fire, which is going to be used to hit one of these enhanced things. I went ahead and took the gamble on this to see if this is going to work, if we can get one. If not, this is why I did this first, was because if not, we've got two chances at getting it. And then I've also got the buff to get the amount of Effectium increased by 100%, and the drop rate of items, excluding the gear, has been increased by 75%. So, let's go ahead and we'll explain weather conditions when we start up the next phase. Now, you can only do this one time a day without it. If you spend, you can do this 2 times a day. So then Quirk Enhancement just takes you to the Quirk Enhancement page. So I have picked, or I've gone ahead and cleared this. So let's go ahead and see what rewards we've got. So we have an auto battle here. I am able to skip this. You would not be able to. And then by completing this fight, we're going to get 7, 1, and 58. So I can skip this auto battle right here. We also got a... we got 7 of the trust level materials. Okay, cool. We did get one. And it's Chimera. Cool. So, here's what you want to do. You want to come down here and you want to use your base artillery if you are spending and do 15% of its health. If not, leave it be. Alright, so we've taken that off. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our hero deployment, and we're going to go take on Chimera. Now, you notice that I am below his combat power. All right, that's fine. So, this will take a few minutes. And depending on how long this is, you're either going to see this sped up, or you're going to see this in real time. So I'm going to turn off the animations just to make this go fast for the video, so that you can see what we mean. All my heroes are geared. They're all ready. And we're going to jump in and beat them down. So this is my normal Chimera team. There's nothing special about it. It's literally just exactly what you would expect it to be. The gear that I farmed up. And it should function a lot like what you're expecting.
Watch this trick. Gnarly.
And you also have a 20 turn limit, may I add. And it's okay if you do end up not taking the 20 turns.
I'm taking your life. Time, lend me your continuum. Now, I will protect them. Check this out. Oh, I love this guy. Cut back. I'm taking your life. You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode. You guys trust me, right? This lady's gonna empty your pocket.
Alright, now we need the defense off of Eternal. I think she should be cycling around fast enough to get that one to pop up.
So you know, I'm being very generous. It's called death.
Yep, there we go. So we'll steal the, or we'll strip the defense buff.
Lives forever. I really don't want to.
I don't think they're gonna live through this. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, the burns are too much. Alright, cool. So, now that may look like a fail. It's not. We did 90% of its HP in that run. So now we'll come back and take it. Now I'm gonna show you something else. And I'm gonna show you this without Monad Ava. Because I'm confident I can beat this. So, we just did majority of its HP. Now, watch this. This is also why you want to kind of pay attention to this, and I didn't want to be able to not show this off, so that's why I wanted to put her in first. And now we're going to run Tio in this slot. We're going to put Monad Ava's gear on her. Cool. Not an issue. So here we go. Everybody's set up, and let's jump on in one more time using the lovely Tio so that you get to see both variations and why they're a little bit different. But regardless, the damage will still be the same. The health bar starts at here at 9x, so we don't have to go through the whole thing again.
It's called death, and it'll be your sanctuary. Because nobody.
And let's go. There's the defense break. There's the reduced evasion.
Let me see. No, this isn't it.
Tio's already spanking somebody with her needle.
Perfectly epic. Hey, y'all.
And it's dead. So yeah, you can use both. Alright, so now what do you get for beating this guy? There you go. We got 437 Effectium. We got a garbage accuracy boot. And we got a violent sledgehammer with defense, speed, health. Oh, we are gonna roll that. Now, does that have crit damage? No, but that's still a pretty good violent sledgehammer. I'm just a little salty it doesn't have crit damage on it. So what I would probably do is I would take the one that rolls less defense or health, and I would roll crit damage on this at some point. And, somebody's getting a violent sledgehammer. Cool. Alright, so now what? Now we can go through and check out the other ones. So we come over here, chest found. Now we've discovered the next type of boss, which is down here. Let's go over here. We're going to auto-battle this one. We now get the rewards. Notice we're getting trust level materials here, which is good. We're going to auto-battle this one. We got gold this time with some effectium and some more Quirk materials. And one more battle. And we got some of the trust stuff here. Alright, so we've beat it for the day, quote unquote. Now what? So that would be the next fight for most of you. You would be wanting to take on that. But I'm going to show you now from the beginning of a day what this looks like. Like I said, I wanted to try this because at least I would have 2 chances of doing it to get that monster to spawn. So, let's go over kind of what has happened here. So, it is rolled on the weather condition of Earth. Now, you can change the weather condition here to be fire-based enemies. You can do water-based enemies, grass-based enemies. You can do light-based enemies and dark-based enemies here. So, I personally set this up on Earthquake so that I have the, I can use my Chimera team. Because this way, it also lets new players see that you can get this very quickly by constantly doing this. So, you will need to do the expenditure to convert this. If you don't want to do that, then you play what units you have. So if it rolls on Heat Wave, you need to play water units. If you're playing water, if you're playing Tornado, you need to play grass units, fire units, dark units, light units. See what we're saying? So you got to play the rock, paper, scissors here of what is being used. Now, this also comes down to, did you end up going to just 6-starring your account, or did you go play Hero Collector? If you went to play Hero Collector, guess what? You are in the advantage here. And why do I say that? Is because of coming over here to form an exploration team. That's right, all you need here is a 3-star hero, and you get the fire hero deployment, and the 3-star buff is the increased item drop here. So fire heroes will automatically increase the speed of fire heroes by 50%, and then the increases the amount of items dropped by gear excluding gear by 6% by them being deployed. So, if I was to put one here, you can see that it lights up, but I go grab a water unit. We do not get its buffs because we picked the grass base, so we need to use fire units. Now, you have the ability to unquip all and equip all. But notice, even the 1-star units are counted here because as soon as they get to the 3-star marker, that's where that kicks in. So it just means the 3rd star. It does not mean a base 3-star. So, your time will be, or your expense will be higher than mine, and you're not going to probably be able to do this if you're not spending what I'm about to do here. This wouldn't be something you would do often. So, start time, we're going to go ahead and start this up, and now we have the 4-hour timer running. And what we're going to do is, since we already have our increased buff active for 24 hours, this is active, we're going to go ahead and we're going to complete the activation for this. We're going to go ahead and complete it. Now, everything is complete. My 2 chances are now consumed for the day. Let's go see what we're cooking with today. I always go for the middle one. We ended up with some Aether. Cool. Effectium and Quirk mats. Let's go see what Air's got for me. Hammers. Save those. We're going to take our battle. Alright, let's go take another battle. We got some trust level mats. Okay, cool. We do get the other event. So, fearsome pirates and the kidnapped saint. Oh no, please save me. I've been kidnapped by scary pirates. Yes, we're gonna ignore her, of course. Attack them so they never fool around like this again. Play with the little ones for a bit. I mean, obviously, we're gonna go in and be the hero. Actually attack them so they never fool around again. But, brother, are you being serious? Master, you might be reacting a bit harshly. Actually attack them so they never fool around like this. It seems like I can't even joke around in front of you. I love doing this. Calculations indicate that the combat was unnecessary. So you get to do all sorts of fun little stuff like this. It's like a little mini game, dungeon type thing. and it comes up with that. So there is definitely a way to play it, but I couldn't resist. I've seen that one, and I wanted y'all to actually be able to read that one. All right, and last combat is some EXP. Cool. All right, now the weather has changed for me. So now it is, tomorrow's is now on the fire. So I would have to take in water enemies to this. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one more fight. We're gonna show you what the boss is like here. And this one's gonna reward us 91 of the Proof of Destinies and tokens of connection. So we're gonna deploy our hero here. And what you wanna note is it is going to be immune to defense reduction. It's immune to taunt, it's immune to silence, petrified, frozen, stunned, all the fun stuff. So what does that tell us? That Eternal isn't really that good here. It's got an Enrage, so what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep Eternal? Why would we keep Eternal when it doesn't take a defense break? So, what I'm gonna do is, for the sake of the video, we're going to run Luna. And we're also gonna bring back Monad Ava, because why not? Because we want that attack on her. So let's bring over Monad Ava. Now, is this necessary to have Valentine and her together? No. So, what are we gonna do? I'm actually going to bring in Scotty, just so that y'all can see that I'm using different units. So I'm gonna bring Scotty over, and we're going to put Valentine's gear on her. So are we gonna keep Air? Why not? At this point. But yes, my Luna is 100% crit. This is overkill, but we're doing this for overall damage buffs, and we're gonna bring Air into this so they have a single target damage dealer. We've got all sorts of damage here. So let's bring this in and have some fun. So, we're gonna go in and attack the big boy here. Again, we're gonna keep the skills off, and then we're going, this will be a little bit of a longer fight, but with the skills off like that, we should make this a little bit faster. So this is just a beat it down and survive type fight.
One shot, sure kill. Firing my shot. Wisdom of the king, activate.
So I'm just gonna leave it on auto. I'm not going to do anything so that you guys can't say, oh, well, you only beat it, or it's only beat because you're doing this. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Just so that y'all can see it, there is my autoplay right now. That's realistically what's going on here. I'm not even worried about it. Honestly, I'll move Luna to 2 because it makes more sense for her kit. So I'll let it sit on burst 2 instead of using the cheap one.
Do you need some help? Deploying defense fields. Small fly spotted. All clear. That's simple. Yeah. Cut back. Full power unleashed. Fire.
And I didn't even optimize them. They're on whatever they're on.
One shot, sure kill. Oh, son of the king. Take this. Check this out. It's time to end this.
Air not critting? What?
Playing around. Firing my shot. Cut back.
Alright, so we're gonna send it to break. Cool.
As you wish. Time to take a bow. See ya. Dropping in. Eliminating enemies. Watch this trick. Gnarly. Hey, y'all.
Nice damage off of air.
I'm
Alright. That technically is a autoplay mistake. Using the break on a already broken image. But, like I said, we're going to let it play it out on auto just to show you that it can be done. You don't have to worry about it. It is something that is that simple to do. But yes, if you're able to stop it from doing stupid computer stuff, that would be the stupid computer thing you would try to stop it from.
Eliminating enemies.
But it's going to die right here on this attack. So it's not really that big of a deal. So, we took in some of our best damage dealers. We cleared it in 20 turns and took us 3 minutes to clear without the animations. So, that is the boss monster for that. Now, we're going to go ahead and clear it. We got that. Cool. And we have our daily reward here, which is going to take us up to the next level. So, final stage. We got 227 Proof of Destiny, 45, 290, and some tickets. Now, recommended combat power of the next stage is 187,450. We're going to go ahead and step on up, because I can keep on pushing. So now we're on stage 10 back here. And you have the ability to walk back stages if you want. But you cannot progress anything higher than what you've already been. So if this ends up becoming far too much, you can technically walk back a stage. So, now we have a new boss here with new level, and now we have 3,000 Effectium on this clear. So now tomorrow, at reset, realistically, you will get your chance back and you'll be able to continue this. But this is definitely one of the best spending things you can do in the game, is this $2.99. So, that's really it of all of Terminus Island. It's a pretty neat piece of daily content that you can run through. As you saw, we didn't end up with the boss monster the second time, the enhanced deadly creature that appeared in the middle. We didn't get it that run. But we did end up with it on the first one, which was cool. There will be days where you don't get it at all. It just depends on your luck. And again, if you didn't have the 2 explorations, it literally would be a do you get it or do you not thing. Is it mandatory to have to get that? Is that the whole purpose of it? No, but does it help? Yeah, as you saw, I got a pretty good sledgehammer. That's an attack based with health, defense, crit chance, crit chance and speed. So, I mean, overall, pretty good sword worth to roll. So if you guys have any questions about Terminus Island, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. You guys know where to find me. And that is actually it. This will be the last video in this order. So starting at tomorrow, we're going to change the order, and rearrange some of this. I think I will probably look at talking about quirks independently. So we probably will put this here since it is technically a part of this, to make the streamlined a little bit better. But it will now completely change. So what you're seeing here on this video from here on out, what is on 16 and below will be different because of where we are in the game. We're waiting for the patch to come in, which hopefully will bring Joint Challenge and World Boss. And then Irregular I will be working on soon. We don't have the Monad Gate rework. But I will make a video on it. It will not be a part of this. So, I have to keep saying this at the end because I know there are people that will look at this at some point when they're watching it all the way through in one pass and wondering, why did my list change? I'm telling you, and I've been telling you, that it is going to start changing, and that's due to what is currently available at the Surface Transfer patch. So, I look forward to reworking this a little bit tonight and figuring out the best possible path forward for the next few weeks, because there's a few of this that is going to be hard to talk about if it's not available in the game. So those 2 are literally going to be the hardest to do out of everything. Everything else is basically weekly and monthly resets that we're waiting for. So things may get a little bit sparser on the videos, but we'll keep them going as best as we can. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving the videos. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.